Rob. This is everybody's after graduation.
What do you do? We had everybody laughing. I was like, these are 15 Unabomers in jail.
Oh, Kara.
Say, I'll be married soon, said Karen. Congratulations, Rob.
Congratulations, buddy. We're proud of you.
Oh, come on, more inspiring words than that.
Well, what can I think?
Come on, Grandma.
Say hi, Tiger.
Let's see. Way to go, Tiger.
I might talk to him.
I wasn't about to get outdone by my wife. There's no way. Chris, how are you today?
You got any words of wisdom for Rob?
Survive tonight. Tomorrow night, maybe a lot worse.
Oh, no.
sincerely appreciate your attendance at our 38th graduation exercises for Warren High School. To giving spatial recognition to our graduating seniors, there's another group for which I would like to pay tribute to, and that is to our grandparents. To you, we owe a great deal of thanks. First, for the creation of the Warren Local School District, and secondly, for instilling in all of us the values and prides which all of us share today. For these, I wish to recognize you. Please stand up, grandparents.
Here,
Thank you
grandparent.
very much.
Not yours.
This, but none is comparable as the ceremony for which we are assembled here tonight. It is an honor to be here tonight to welcome you. To the graduating seniors, I wish to take this opportunity to congratulate you as you move on to a new and exciting phase of your life. On behalf of the Warren Local School District, on behalf of the Warren Local Board of Education, I congratulate you and I wish you the very best in all of your future endeavors. Thank you very much. In many ways, our spiritual and physical journey is like a busy airport with a constant stream of arrivals and departures. You have arrived here this evening, but when you leave, your lives will be dramatically changed. Graduation for students means leaving. For the past 13 years, you have been arriving and leaving school many days out of the year. Your first experience with school in kindergarten meant leaving your home. That first day of school was met with some feelings of apprehension, feelings of curiosity, and some excitement. As you graduate this evening, you are leaving this stage of education in life. You leave high school with some of the same feelings that you experienced some 13 years ago. You have some fears and apprehensions, some feelings of curiosity, and certainly feelings of excitement. It is appropriate to mention the fact that there are 3 students who should be graduating this evening within our school district who, as a result of loss of life, are not here, and our thoughts and our prayers go out to the members of their families this evening. We're aware of it or not, God has been present with you all of these years. He was with you that first day as you boarded the bus or were left off at the entrance, where everyone and everything seemed so huge. He has been present during the great athletic victories and disappointing defeats. He has been with you as you first picked up a musical instrument, or as you gave your first oral report in class, or wrote that first research paper. God
had a speech prepared, but it's not up here. So our first speaker will be the co-valedictorian, Misty Schaefer. I believe her parents' name are Steve and Kathy, and she will be attending Capital University this fall. And the title of her speech is New Horizons.
My speech is up here, so, okay. I want to use this opportunity first to thank the teachers and the staff and the parents and the families that are here tonight for their support. After tonight, where are we all going? Graduation will be the start of new lives, not just for the graduates, but for the parents and families as well. We should all begin to set new goals for this summer and beyond. However, before we resolve to lose weight or to be nicer, we need to reflect, to question our lives, and to evaluate ourselves. The first question you need to ask yourself is when the last time was that you felt complete joy. What made you joyous? Was it a person, a place, an event? Many of us are elated right now. Unfortunately, we can't graduate every day. So we need to ask ourselves what we can do to keep tonight's happiness. Is the ceremony itself what's making us joyful? Or more likely, the opportunity to bring our friends and family together? We don't have to wait for an excuse to spend time together. Instead of watching television, why not spend that time talking to our friends and family? Or maybe what is making us happy is a sense of accomplishment and pride that we feel. What can you do next to fill yourself with pride? Perhaps a good deed for another person is all that it would take. Let's make graduation the first of a long list of our achievements. Now, think about an opportunity that you have had. Did you take advantage of it? If not, why didn't you? Was it because you were afraid of the possibility of failure? What if you had taken the chance? Would your life be worse today? Probably not. Perhaps the only change in your life would be that you wouldn't have to wonder what might have been and regret not having taken the risk. In many aspects, life is like the lottery. If you don't buy a ticket, you will never win. Finally, remember that life doesn't always last as long as we might like. Pretend for a moment that today is your last day to live. What regrets do you have about your life? Have you done all that you dreamed of? If not, what can you do today to begin to accomplish your aspirations and to make sure that when you do look back on your life, you will like what you see? Don't wait for tomorrow to take action. Tomorrow is uncertain. After questioning ourselves, I hope that we all see an area of our lives that we can start to improve today. The opportunities are presented to us every day to better our lives and to be happy. It is up to us to recognize them. If we are stuck in the past or looking to the future, we may be ignoring today and missing the possibilities that are here now. Make the most of each day. Question yourself and think about your life often. There is a poem by John Dryden, the British poet, that tells of living today. Happy the man, and happy he alone, he who can call today his own. He who, secure within, can say, tomorrow do thy worst, for I have lived today. Thank you.
Co-valedictorian Christopher West. He will be attending Allegheny College in Pennsylvania this fall with a major in biochemistry. The title of his speech is Bettering.
Thank you, Mark. It certainly is an honor to be one of the valedictorians of this great class of 1998 and to speak to everyone here today. But I do believe there are two things that we, myself included, can do to better ourselves and the lives of those around us. Now, when I say we, I not only mean this class, but everyone. The application of these ideas is universal. We must persevere to reach our goals and remember to think positively. Dreams and goals come in all different shapes and sizes. They can be as big as wanting to become a doctor or electrician someday, or as small as sticking up for someone or volunteering our time to help out a worthy cause. We need all of these dreams and goals to make the world work. All are important. And one person can make a difference. Even if that difference affects the life of only one other human being, that person has accomplished something, has done something to better the world in his or her unique way, even if a thank you never gets heard or a fact never gets seen. To accomplish our dreams, we must never give up hope. If we do more and do it better than we ever thought possible, that's what leads to truly exciting and meaningful occurrences. One man who never quit, even when the odds were stacked against him, and even fell over on top of him, was Louis Zamperini. During World War II, he was assigned with a crew of 10 to fly a mission to search for a downed B-25 airplane. The aircraft they flew, unbeknownst to them, was not in good working order. Over the ocean, 2 engines failed, and the plane hit the water with an explosion, leaving Mr. Zamperini and 2 others as survivors on a raft. They only had 6 chocolate bars and a few cans of water. To survive, they had to resort to catching birds and fish for food. On day 27, they thought they would be saved by a plane passing overhead, until enemy bullets started riddling the water. The Japanese bomber made several firing passes, but missed everything. On day 47 of their trying ordeal, they felt overjoyed to see land, but dismayed to see a Japanese flag flying over the island. Louis Zamperini's situation as a POW worsened, with more severe beatings and a diet of insect-filled food. He especially hated the Japanese commanding officer known as the Bird. The Bird hated the prisoners and consequently beat and tortured them. Mr. Zamperini even offered to be a guinea pig in medical experiments just to get away from his camp. He thought that anything would be better than to suffer under this particular Japanese officer. After a grueling train trip of several days, what officer was in charge of the camp? The Bird. But Lou weathered the storm, did the impossible, and survived. The Japanese finally surrendered, and Mr. Zamperini became a free man. True, most of us will never have to go through anything that tough, but if Louis Zamperini could win his battle, we can all fight to realize our goals, whatever they may be, until we prevail as well. The rewards will be worth it. In order for us to follow through on our dreams and goals, and never quit, positive thinking must transpire. If we believe that we can meet our goals and dreams, no matter how rough the road, we will succeed. In other words, let us believe in ourselves and push ourselves at the same time. Let us not cast things in a negative light, though. Nothing will get accomplished that way. Think of the little negative things that we say all the time. I don't think I can. That's not going to be worth it. Or, I'm afraid I'll be late. Those little negative thoughts and expressions can shade our minds negatively. And in his book, The Power of Positive Thinking, Norman Vincent Peale said, when you keep asserting that things are going to work out well, good results do occur. An example of this, Mr. Peale was playing golf with his friend and ended up in the rough. He stated, "It is going to be tough getting out of here." But his friend wanted to prove otherwise, to show the power of positive thinking, so he took a different approach to the problem. He told Mr. Peale to get down on his hands and knees to see the lie of the ball and to chew on the grass. He showed him that the height of the ball was about the same as if it were lying on the fairway. Only difference, there was 6 inches of grass above the golf ball. But by chewing on the grass, Norman Vincent Peale determined that the rough was actually very tender. A soft swing of his club would cut through the grass quite easily. His friend said to him, "The rough is only mental," as are so many of the obstacles that stand before our goals. Mr. Peale's friend stood corrected. The ball sailed out of the rough and landed on the edge of the green. In conclusion, I would like to ask you, why are we on this earth? I believe it is to make a positive difference both in our lives and in the lives of others. We are here to put forth our own special contribution, using our individual talents. Together, these contributions will make the world a better place. But it takes everyone, and everyone has to have determination and positive thinking for this ultimate goal to work. No, not many will be world-renowned for their work or donation to others, but all gifts are important. They do mean something. strive to better lives. Thank you.
Inspiration for my speech came from a quote by Ralph W. Stockman, which reads, "The larger the island of knowledge, the longer the shoreline of wonder." Encouragement combines with opportunity, which is one of the successful combinations which has heartened me to broaden my island of knowledge, filling my life with wondering questions. Teachers have provided me with the information and encouragement to learn, hence initiating the chain of opportunities I currently have. Perhaps the people who have touched you aren't your teachers. Perhaps they include a parent, your best friend, or even strangers you met for a brief moment in your travels who have inspired you. Whomever it may have been, I hope they have enlightened you and spirited you to continue to broaden your islands of knowledge through the impressions of wisdom they have left with their footprints as they journeyed along your shoreline. Once these footprints are there, you can use that insight that they've sparked to obtain any personal goals you may have set for yourself. One of my foremost goals in life is to reach out and touch any and every person I possibly can, to let them see past all the highly publicized negative lifestyles, to show them positive alternatives to the pessimistic views of society. One way I hope to go about this is to become a teacher, to a role model for younger children. It is in that position that I would feel most able to inspire young persons to explore diverse beaches, to keep their sense of wonder alive. The first step in that process would be to welcome them onto my beaches, allow them to run free on the shores, dig deep into the sand for buried treasure, and leave footprints on its surface. I, in turn, may watch, learn, and inherit sand castles of knowledge outlined with sculptors' names drawn into the sand with sticks. Those castles are built out of grains of knowledge brought from artists' seacoasts and work together with my sands to create a new object of wonder. Those who build the castles are people who wish to share their knowledge, the stories of their beings with me. Every person has a story to tell. I want people's stories to be ones of happiness and wonder, not merely despondency and disgust. I believe it is important to acknowledge the fact that in order to set the best example possible, one must continue to broaden the beaches on their island and add chapter after chapter to their story. I plan to add to my island of story through college degrees, studies abroad, and real-world experience. I will soon gain yet another opportunity to experience all these wondrous events at a liberal arts college this fall, and I'm eagerly awaiting these challenges that lie ahead. Even more so, I look forward to traveling to thousands upon thousands of beaches, listening attentively to all those who happen to be on those beaches, telling their stories, and collecting those stories, those grains of knowledge with my hands, and placing those sands in my pockets to bring them back home to my shoreline. But journeying home, I honestly don't expect every particle of sand to stay in my pockets, which is all the better, because that's where brief encounters take place. Ones that can affect your stories, if only by adding a sentence or two to one chapter. Just for a fleeting moment, you may have the opportunity to meet those strangers who collect the fallen sand. But in that moment, you have the opportunity to share sands with those people. And in those swapping of sands, you benefit yourself and the other person by sharing your story and learning of another. Everyone has a story to tell. Everyone wants their story to be heard. I encourage you to take advantage of those chance meetings and to seek out those stories. You don't have to travel to faraway continents or even other cities to hear those stories or to tell your own. There are people close to home with whom you can swap sands. If you're looking for fresh, unique stories, try spending time with individuals much older or younger than yourself. You may be surprised at the sands your 87-year-old neighbor has to offer, or the 3-year-old just learning how to speak. Their views of the world can provide you with some of the richest sands you'll ever inherit. Offer your stories in return. As Kent Nerburn, author of the book Letters to My Son, once wrote, "If we don't offer ourselves to the unknown, our senses dull. Our world becomes small and we lose our sense of wonder." I don't want anyone to lose that sense of wonder. I want islands of knowledge to broaden and shorelines of wonder to continue to expand. I wish this expansion of marvel and wonder for others as much as I do for myself, which is why I plan to seek out and explore other beaches, to empty my pockets, the medley of sands, and pour them over my fingers onto my island, so that I and others may continue to explore its shoreline and always continue to wonder. I would like for everyone to take a look with me, a moment to examine the recesses of our hearts. When I say the word pain, what does it mean to you? Is it that driving force that pushes you to overcome the trials that challenge your life daily? What does strength mean to you? Is it that feeling inside of you that is your will to survive? What about happiness? It is a smile, the laugh of a child, or the beauty of the sun. And desire, that deep need inside of us, that voice that reminds us of our dreams. Love, that beautiful ability that we possess to cherish the life of another. These aren't famous quotes from a distinguished author or lyrics to a melodious song. These are the feelings that burn within us. They're the contents of the human heart. What do you see when you look into the mirror? Do you see hope and passion, a person that you're proud of? Or do you see hatred, a person whom you would rather not look at? Or are you afraid to look into the mirror, scared of what you may encounter, and frightened by the thought of looking yourself in the eyes? And how about looking into another's eyes? Can you see their dreams, their needs, and their wishes, and their future? Examining our souls, this is the challenge. Isn't it fascinating? We can know so much of others, and yet so little of ourselves. We can choose to build another up, or choose to tear another down. We can make someone's day glorious, or we can choose to make it cold. How is it that we can have so much power over others, but we don't know who is controlling us from time to time? Turn these weapons against yourself. If you have the power to give another the gift of a smile, give one to yourself. And if you have the power to hurt others with your words, beware of this power. It may come back to haunt you. Can you know another's heart without knowing your own? We are the power, the future, the beginning, and the stars in the sky. But if a star didn't know its potential, would it burn so brightly? Look through the components of your heart and see what you can find. The choices are yours. Love is yours to hold, if you choose to receive it, but do not forget to give it. Pain in these daily trials is yours to endure, if you choose to endure it. But why not conquer it? Success is yours to savor, if you choose to believe that you can make the difference. Before you judge others, judge yourself. And maybe the next time you look in the mirror, you will choose to look at the components of your own heart and better know that person who is looking back at you. And who knows, you may find a person that you never knew existed. Make the choice to know who you are, to have the ability to stand for what you believe in, and to set goals that force you to reach the sky. To know that your dreams are yours to reach, no matter what the cost. It has been said that the face is the mirror of the soul. Do you know what your soul looks like? Thank you.
To thank the parent group this year. The parents this year have done more for our class than any year before us, from the senior lounges to the senior breakfast, and I think they all deserve a round of applause.
There's a plaque that stands in my office. Many of you probably recognize this plaque. I can promise you there's many seniors because of constant visits to my office. They could probably tell you everything that's on here. As you look behind us, to your left and to your right, you're going to see several banners. Banners from everywhere from 1962 to the present. The banner you currently see, proudly displayed up here, represents 3 generations of work. The emblem here is be a worn warrior. If you look closely, you'll see there's a shield. That shield is used to protect the warrior. That shield is represented symbolically by the parents, family, and friends who've shielded you as seniors from the time you were babes to the time you were young men and ladies. If you look there, you also see a spear. The spear is used as a weapon of attack for victory. Those teachers to your left and to your right in front have been charged over the years, whereas oftentimes you thought they were pains in your side and thorns. They were there to challenge you, to inspire you, hopefully to give you the tools you need as you step out into the future. The flame, if you look beside you, are classmates. Some are flickering, some you'll see as constant, some this will be it. You'll never see each other like you see each other as you are right now. And finally, there's the winged horse. The winged horse represents your dreams and your goals, for it's only with those they'll determine how high and how far you'll travel. These are the symbols of the warring warrior. I'd like to ask if we have our school board president, Mrs. Dorothy Anderson, our superintendent, Mr. Clyde Bale, and Gretchen Farley, if you would come to the stand. By the authority of the Warren Local School, that the following students have completed the required course of study as mandated by the state of Ohio and the proper credits as determined by the Warren Local School Board. I present to you now the class of 1998. Jeremy Michael Allen. Marcus Wayne Allen. Adam Zane Anderson. Summer Ray Barnett. Henry Nelson Benedict III. Jamie Michelle Bennett. Melissa Dawn Best. Sarah Joanne Vivek. Erin Ann Boggs. Corey Douglas Bolden. Reagan Nicole Boland. Angela Marie Boner. Michael Paul Brookhart. Sean Richard Brown. Matthew David Burns. Jennifer Lori Burrell. Robert Ian Callahan. Laura Nicole Carpenter. Todd Jeffrey Caston. Sarah Alicia Casto. Aaron Lee Chittister. Audra Beth Clark. Courtney Allen Clark. Julie Ann Close. Richard Gene Conley. Shayla Lynn Counts. Joshua Daniel Covey. Eric Sally Jean Hall. Allison Ray Hambrick. Ryan Joseph Hamilton. Thomas Heinzman. Jessica Ty Miller. Donald Joseph Morgan. Shane Allen Richards. Jason Eugene Science. Maria Denise Smith. And not present today because she's competing at the state meet, Jackie Ocelin Pierce.
Good evening. I would like to welcome everybody again. As senior class president, I would like to invite the class of 1998 as alumni to switch the tassels with me.
And now will you join me in a moment of silence as we receive the benediction.
Rob? Crystal? You must do silly stuff. Silly stuff. Silly stuff. Oh man, it's like I'm filming a couple mannequins.
Probably ran off the table. She's probably gone.
Taking